Hi, friends. How are you?
Molly.
How's it going?
Good. I look very red, don't I?
You look colorful.
Huh. You'd think
Colorful.
I've been drinking. You'd think I've been drinking the Bloody Marys, but I haven't been.
You haven't been.
Yeah.
I can't
Welcome
drink
to Brunch,
any
ladies.
today.
Everybody, welcome to Brunch, ladies.
What's the date today? Is it June 6th?
Oh, I gotta look at my phone. Yes, June 6th.
It's June 6th. Wow.
It is. Yep. Yeah, it's summer, and I don't know, but here in the Lehigh Valley, it was in the 90s yesterday, and it's going to be, I believe, in the 90s today, too. So
Crispy.
I mean, yeah, June's off to a good start. Nice, warm start. How about there? Has it been super hot?
Oh, it's been warm. Yeah, but not super hot. I mean, we had a cold front come through this past week that cooled things down really nicely. So not brutal.
All right. I'm looking forward to getting down there soon.
I'm looking forward to you getting down here soon.
It's August will be here before you know it. August will be here before you know it. I'll be bringing Emma back to school in Charlotte. And of course, I'll be visiting with you for a couple of days, and we'll be doing all of our consignment stuff. And I'm really looking forward to it.
We'll do a Brunch ladies side by side.
I know. We'll have to schedule her moving around that and everything.
I know. You better let her know ahead of time in case she puts that on the calendar. You got it. No Sunday mornings.
I'll let her know today.
Yeah. Well, it's fresh in your mind. I know. The summer, I feel like things are already flying by,
I can't believe it.
Now that we've been unleashed to travel, it's like,
oh my gosh,
one thing after the other.
Got to get it all in, right?
Yeah.
Right, so what are you drinking today?
I have a crazy busy day today, so I'm just drinking water in my favorite pink Yeti.
Oh, nice. And look, I'm drinking, well, it's bubbly, so water.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you got strawberries? Is that strawberry floating?
It's strawberries. It's just the end of strawberry season here, so they are so good. So I didn't want to bring it without a garnish, in case Nick watches.
I know.
So I had to put that nice plump strawberry on there.
I'm ungarnished today because Nick just left for a run, so I didn't get any fancy garnishes. I just got my pink Yeti and some water.
Woo! Brunch ladies is really going downhill now with our cocktails, aren't we?
We'll pick it back up. You don't know what'll happen next week. Next week could be wild.
And it will be, I'm sure. So what's going on next week?
So next week, I'm going to be
I don't know.
Like you don't know. Like you don't know. It's an exciting trip. It is our first installment of hopefully many in the future of Tripping with our Conshy crew. That was a name that Libby came up with it. I don't know, what was it, 2 a.m? When did you have your aha moment?
I don't remember.
It was at night. I know. It wasn't when we were trying to come up with our name. But
it was definitely a wake up in the middle of the night because we've been talking about like what the name for the series would be, and yeah, it was definitely like I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, yeah, let's go tripping with our Conshy crew.
Tripping with our Conshy crew. Yeah. So this all came about because, and I've known this for, a good almost year that this was going to happen at some point, just not when. But my cousin Poppy, who's been on Brunch Ladies before, she was one of our guests. Her Aunt Judy passed away about a year ago. And because of quarantine and all that lovely stuff, she has not been able to go down and go through Aunt Judy's items. So she and her father are the beneficiaries, the ones that are getting all of Aunt Judy's belongings. So she has a townhouse in Miami. We're in North Carolina. So Poppy has asked me if I would go with her to Miami and take a girls' trip so that we can go through Aunt Judy's estate and I can help determine what items Conshy Consignment would be willing to take on consignment, and bring those items back and help her clean out and donate items that won't have a resale value and find a good outlet for those and just help start going through things at Aunt Judy's. So because this came up with this trip several weeks back, Libby had the brilliant idea when I called her to say, okay, Poppy's called and we need to go the week of June 7th. And is that going to, how's that going to work? She got real excited, didn't you?
I did, but I think you need some credit here because it was definitely more than half your idea. It was definitely more than half your idea. When you said it, we were both on the same page at the same time.
All right.
Yes. Own it.
Anyway, what we're going to do is document this whole trip. So, and we already have another trip coming up in the fall, Libby and I. Mm-hmm. So that's why we decided to have our whole series called Tripping with Our Conshy Crew. And they'll have little subsets. So this is Tripping with Our Conshy Crew, Molly and Poppy Take Miami. And in doing so, and this was your idea, you thought we should have a mascot for our travels. And we were thinking along the lines like, Flat Stanley goes on the road, whatever. But because it's Miami, Libby said you should have a flamingo. Now, Libby didn't even know this, and I haven't mentioned this. When I was in high school and college, my absolute favorite thing was a flamingo. And I used to have everything, because pink's my favorite color, right? So everything I had was flamingo. And I would have, a flamingo cup. My pencils were flamingo. Like I
did not know that.
I was a silly, crazy. My college roommates would tell you, Shannon, she would tell you. So anyway, I was so excited about this whole idea. And Libby's like, we should get a flamingo. So you don't have to tell me twice. I got a flamingo. This is the flamingo. Libby, you want to talk about the name of our flamingo?
Oh, yeah. So we were like, all right, well, what should we name? I was like, let's put it out on social, or maybe Molly was, I don't remember, but let's put it out on social media and see what names people come up with, because we like to do that with our mannequins sometimes as well.
Yes.
And so we got so many good suggestions on names, and who were some of them? Like
Pinky and Trippy and Stilts.
Oh, yeah. Lulu.
Lulu. Blaze.
Oh, yeah, Blaze.
Flame.
Yep. Oh, my gosh. I don't want to forget any. Now I feel bad.
Oh, there were some great ones.
So
you guys
good.
need to go to our social media and you can see, because we did the poll with the selection. Actually, and I'm remembering now, Stilts did not make the cut of the final because the person who suggested Stilts, Emma, had put Lulu first. So I gave her Lulu because that was her first. So in the end, it came down to, then I listed the final names that people suggested, and then we did a vote on those names, and it was a close run between Lulu and the winner. But the winner is, go ahead, Libby, drum roll.
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. This is Pink Floyd, y'all. This is
and
Pink
actually
Floyd.
It was one of our followers who also is a seller, a reseller, Jill Daniels. She's in Maine, and we tagged her, so you can go check out her online store. She's just really neat, really sweet person, and she's excited. What did she say to us, Molly?
She said, she posted in there after it won, she said, please take good care of him. So she's worried about his safety.
Yeah. So,
but he'll be just fine. He'll be just fine. So
he's going with two really good moms on the trip. And,
yeah. So he's going to go with us to Miami, and we are going to have the adventures of Molly and Poppy Take Miami with Pink Floyd. I mean, who knew?
Who knew? I didn't really see it had it in that direction, but I'm kind of happy it did.
Who knew? So it's going to be fun. I am going to document our journey on social media. So if you want to have some fun, if you want to laugh, if you want to see some interesting things, I have no idea what we're going to get into with Aunt Judy's estate. I have no clue what's going to be there. No clue. So that'll be interesting. And we'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll be silly, we'll be serious. You'll see it all. So we're going to start documenting that journey starting tomorrow morning, because we leave tomorrow morning.
Oh my gosh.
And
how long of a drive is it?
A little over 10 hours, 11 hours, somewhere like that.
All right. I thought it was a little longer. Okay. All right.
It's like 11. I mean,
it's still a really long drive for sure.
Yeah. So it will stop quite a few times.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
No
I need a
problem.
drink. I need a drink with my water. Hold on. I got to put Pink Floyd here. Pink Floyd was waiting in the pedestal.
Oh, yes.
This is where Nick put him, so I didn't forget him.
He's already a diva.
He's already a diva. He was waiting in the wings for his debut.
I'm just so excited that I get to follow along on this trip, even though I'm not able to physically be there, and our community gets to travel along on the trip with you. Hopefully they get as much excitement out of it as I do.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, I just hit my stand. I almost dropped my phone.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
You didn't? You didn't feel a little seasick there?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun, and I'm hoping we get some good feedback of things people want to see along the way. I mean, I have some ideas, and I'll do it in the form of like reels and stagnant posts and live videos and all that, but I'm hoping we get some good, like, hey, I want to see da-da-da, suggestions, because that'll make it more fun. So
yeah, absolutely.
So.
And I know you're going to try to do our Instagram. We do Resale Therapy Facebook Live on Thursdays at 7:00. I know you won't be on that one, but it'll just be all me, and
maybe we'll see.
Maybe with a special guest.
Most likely all you, but
most likely all me. But I might have a special guest. We'll just have to wait and see. And but then over on Instagram, I know you're going to try to go live, and that's Thursday after the Facebook Live. So it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Molly's going to try to go live from Aunt Judy's and see if there's anything there anybody's interested in the live sale, or maybe just show us around a little bit. So
yeah, that'll be fun.
If the internet, and Instagram and everything, falls into
I learned a funny fact about Aunt Judy that I didn't know, and I've known Aunt Judy for years and years and years, like probably 26 years. But I did not know, because I've never been to Aunt Judy's house in Miami. I've always seen her when she comes up to Hilton Head to visit family. So I didn't realize that Aunt Judy, although she worked in telecommunications in her employment days, and computers and all, when she lived in her house, she did not want the internet. She said, I do that all day at work. Why would I want that at home? So she had never gotten the internet at her house. But according to Uncle Jack and Aunt Bonnie and Poppy, we get good service there. So I should be able to go fine from the phone, but we'll see.
Wow. So she was able to unplug after doing that. That's really impressive.
Yep. She's had no need for it. She wanted nothing to do with it and just wouldn't do it. Yeah, I thought that was kind of wild. I hadn't heard somebody in that line of business doing that. That would be like me as working consignment saying, I'm not going to shop consignment. Oh, hell
not going to happen.
Oh, hell no.
Not going to happen.
No. I had to go buy a pair of shorts yesterday.
And where'd you buy them?
At a consignment shop.
Yeah.
Style and Court. Right in there.
Oh, okay. I thought you said did you find a new consignment shop yesterday too? Or was that?
So I did find a new one that's adorable. It's more of it's a combined consignment thrift, but it's one of those that's for a mission. And I had never heard of it, but I saw a cute little live video pop up on my Facebook yesterday. And the woman had handbags on her arms and was walking, and she was like, today's our once a month dollar day. Come on in. So I decided, I was like, oh, Nick, let's go check it out. This is one I hadn't heard of before. It's called Tabitha's Consignment and Thrift. And it's a great mission. Tabitha is a local woman. I got the brochure and all, but anyway, I read about it, and she got involved in helping women who have addiction, single moms, women in prison. Actually got so involved and left her career, her, big buck career, and decided to start this nonprofit. And she lives here locally and just gave it all up to do this, and bought a home where if they meet the right criteria, they can move into that home. and they
Wow.
have to follow the rules and get their lives back on track. But she actually went through the local prison system and did whatever education she had to do to become like a mentor to actually go in and work with women in the prison system here. And so she
Oh
helps
my God.
them rehabilitate and get their lives back on track. And so everything in this place is pretty much, they say thrift and consignment, but when we got in there and learned more about it, it's pretty much more donation. But it's
Mhm.
just, her story was amazing.
That is so,
She's,
yeah.
and so the two women in there that were cute as could be and full of energy and singing and just so much fun. And they were graduates of her program. They were
Really?
two of her success stories. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, doesn't
Yeah.
that just make you feel so good about shopping there? We
Absolutely.
have to
And they
hit
were
that when I come down. I definitely
so
want to be there.
happy. I mean, you could just tell they felt blessed to have a job and be there. Like literally just loved what they were doing. You walked in the door and the one girl, hi, oh my gosh, I love your shirt. I'm like, thank you. And she said, what's your name? And I'm like, Molly. She said, I'm Liberty. It's so nice to meet you. I'm glad you're here this Saturday. I mean, just talked to Nick and I while we were browsing around. And when we left, she was like, remembered our names right away. Molly, I hope we see you again. Nick, you too, you know. I mean, just they were happy.
I
So
can't wait.
it was
I
a
can't.
heartwarming visit.
Yeah.
For sure. I was glad that I found them. All from this cute, funny little video that one of the women did advertising their sale. And I was like, so everything they do on Saturday is $1 and they do it and every penny goes to help these women.
Oh, that's a beautiful
So,
thing.
you know, Nick
That's
did a
amazing.
monetary donation to them.
Yeah.
Just because it's such a wonderful thing. So I told him, oh, we will be back. And so we've, you know, we've decided
He
that
will be back with friends.
we will be back with friends and we will continue to support them.
Yeah.
But I did not find any shorts there for me. So I went to a different place to get a pair of shorts for Miami. I needed one more pair. So I got it and I'm ready to roll.
It's probably going to
Hey.
be very hot in Miami, right? I didn't look at the weather or anything.
Always, always.
Okay.
All right. So look at what I found though. I grabbed this just because I thought it was unique. I wonder if you could see it well. Do you see this? It's like a cuff bracelet.
Yeah.
But it's like metal.
Yep.
Made in Connecticut, use something recycled. I think these are like this part that's attached.
Put it up. I want to see the picture on it. I want to see a picture on the front of it.
I want to say this is like a brewery beer can.
Oh my gosh. Do you think it's a recycled beer can?
That's what I'm wondering.
Did you look up the company or anything yet?
There's no company on here. There's one little stamp that's in here that says, I'll just read the letters. Oh, wait, maybe it's ZASS. ZAS? I thought it was 2ASS.
Well, if you scan the barcode, maybe it is a beer.
I couldn't get it to scan. I think it's because the holes in there.
Yeah.
But I think maybe I'm wondering because it says Connecticut. I need to look to see if there's a Connecticut brew. But I thought I'd show this in case anybody else might be familiar.
Yeah, I think you need to pop that up on Instagram too.
Isn't it cool? It's a cuff bracelet, and I just thought it was pretty daggum cool.
I mean, when you get something, now did you get that in the thrift store or the like the Tabitha's or the other?
This I grabbed at Tabitha's because I just thought it was so unique.
Yeah.
And I wanted to know more about it. So.
All right. So you made a donation to a great cause.
Mm-hmm.
You bought a consigned or thrifted item that was already recycled from another thing. How wild is that?
Holy green.
Ah. Yeah, definitely put that up on Instagram. I need to know.
It's
Maybe
really
some of our
cool.
friends in Connecticut will know.
I think it's very fun. Anyway, I thought I would share that because I keep looking at it and I'm trying to do a little research on it. And I just think it's something that we should throw out there because it's just unique and fun.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking it's some cool, eco-friendly company that's doing these recycled cuff bracelets.
We're always on the lookout for some recycled products.
I know. So I thought it was cool with our love of refab and revive, and this is kind of that revive type thing. So
Oh, I can't wait to find out. I can't wait to find
Yep.
out.
So I thought I'd share that. Anyway, I threw
Yeah.
that out there.
I got in. So this week I finally got to unpack a consignment that I've been looking forward to for a while. Now, unfortunately, I thought I had a piece of this here with me, so I'm going to post on social media probably later today. But we got, I can't believe I don't have it in my hand, but a 13-piece set of Czechoslovakian, like the pantry ware, the canisters,
beautiful,
and it's from like the 1920s, and it's floral, and it has, you know, you have your salt box, your oil dispenser, your what else? I don't know.
flour,
Pepper,
tea,
flour, tea.
coffee.
But it kind of got me thinking, and I want to look it up. I found it interesting because I don't always think like in the 1920s, like those things were popular. I guess they were, like cloves, cinnamon. It doesn't strike me, allspice, that they would have the jars like set aside for those in their pantry. It just really got my mind like wanting to see some recipes. And yeah.
So they're Czechoslovakian? Are they Czech?
They're Czechoslovakian. Mm-hmm.
So, all right, my mother-in-law and my husband's family goes back to that area. So my mother-in-law and father-in-law are big on collecting and researching and knowing about anything Czech. And she has in her kitchen a shelf, you know, one of those high on the wall shelves for display that goes all around the kitchen. And she has several collections of those salt boxes and clove and allspice and different Czech patterns that line all the way around the kitchen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she may know some more about that.
Yeah. Yeah. We might have to reach out to her. I remember in the store we had they were like an orange. They were really cool, orangey red, Czechoslovakian, the spice jars. Does she have any of those?
So they have some like that, and that's more my father-in-law's style. My mother-in-law has the more like yours, which floral. It's funny. They do. I'm sitting here trying to think. They have so many things, Libby. Talk about the day if we ever have to do that road trip.
Oh boy.
We'll need a month because they are big collectors of things like that. And so my father-in-law collects the teapots that are the sugar creamer things that are the Czechoslovakian lusterware. So it looks a lot like the Japanese lusterware. Like I'll see it and think it's Czech and flip it. And so they look very similar. Okay. But then my father-in-law likes the orange, more of the rustic wear. What would you call that? Not Art Deco, but it gets more peasant, maybe. Peasant.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know.
He gets more into that, and then my mother-in-law.
It has a more primitive look to it.
Yes, it has a more primitive look.
It has a more primitive look. Yeah.
So, and he collects like the Czech ceramic birds. All the different birds.
We might have to have him as a consultant.
Right? I know.
We might have to have your in-laws consult on something.
They have a lot of knowledge on that stuff. A lot of knowledge. So I keep asking them, please, would you just, I know you've got nothing else to do with your lives. They're always on the go. But it sure would be nice for her to have a little history on a lot of these things, like rolled papers tucked inside of things. Because
oh my gosh, you know what I'm gonna do? My mom does that.
What?
Yes.
Does she really?
Next week,
I want to see.
I'm gonna bring one of her mementos on the show here, so you guys can see it. I did a blog post a while back about like don't throw things like that away, like save. So for each of her grandchildren's like birthdays, once they hit maybe 13, I forget what age, she would give them a memento and put the details and the family history of it on the back.
Love that.
So my grandfather worked at Capitol Records, like manufacturing, and so he has like a gold record and the history is on the back. He was an egg salesman, so we have like the egg scale with the history. God. Yeah, so all right, next week I'm totally gonna show you guys one of those pieces that would be
so cool.
Like my dad's Navy belt, like the belt he had in the Navy. you know, with the, yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
I mean, isn't that awesome to have, like, I have my grandmother's, what would be my great grandfather's soup pot that my grandmother would bring him soup to work every day in this pot, this enameled white pot. And my mom, it's up on my shelf, and my mom put the story of it inside when she gave it to me.
Love it. Love
Isn't
it.
that amazing?
That's a great way to keep the history going.
It really is.
Because, you know,
really
you sit
is.
and hear stories a lot, but retaining all that information is the hard part. If somebody's writing it down, then it really is a good way to keep it.
And
together.
so many details get lost because it's not my story to tell. I'm probably going to screw up some of the details if it's not written down. If it was my story, I think maybe I could do that. But
so I have that. Maybe I should share one day. I have that in a christening gown that Cal got christened in. So Martha, my mother-in-law, wrote the history of the gown, and I don't remember it off the top of my head. I'll have to share that. I have to show you a picture of Cal in the gown, but it was actually, and you hear of many people doing this way back when, a wedding dress of one of Nick's ancestors that they took the wedding dress and turned it into a christening gown. So what Kali and Martha did, my in-laws, is my aunt, her sister had it because her kids were older. So her sister had it first, and her kids were all christened in it. And then she gave it to Martha, my mother-in-law. So then Martha had it, and she still has it to this day right now. And then her kids wore it. So then when the grandkids were born, like Michael and Cal were first, and I don't remember the story with Michael because Michael was a bigger baby, and it's petite. You know, we make bigger babies nowadays. So it's hard. You really got to get it on him soon. But Cal was very itty bitty, so he was able to wear it fine. But what they did was every grandchild to date has been professionally photographed in that christening gown. And I think, I don't remember if everybody actually wore it. Cal wore it at the christening because I thought it was just so special. And, but I don't remember if every grandchild actually got christened in it, but that was the hope, was that they would each actually get it.
That is so special.
Yeah, so she, in Cal's baby book, she had written the whole history of the dress, and I pasted it in his baby book with one of the portraits, so he would always have the history of the dress.
And you're so good at scrapbooking and stuff.
Oh my gosh, I'm not anymore, Libby. I was way back when, but I have buckets and buckets of pictures. So one day.
I was just leaving myself a little note for next week to grab one of those mementos to show you. Yeah,
and then you'll have to remind me a couple of weeks from then. I'll show the christening thing, because I think the history of items this is what we do. Like, I'll be getting into a lot of that this coming week in Miami and Aunt Judy's estate. And it's so interesting. So interesting.
Yeah. My mom they had a yard sale at church I think it was last Saturday. Right?
Did you go?
I didn't go. I wish I did. I did. Regrets. I have to get more mobile here. But anyway, they had this, and she is really good friends with a woman who immigrated from Germany. She married a German, German, I don't know, soldier is the right word, but a German man in the military, and came here when she was quite young. And so she has a lot of history, and Avery actually did a paper on her.
Really?
His geo class, that talked about her growing up, and it was Nazi occupied Germany, and the war was going on, and she has some crazy story. And my mom recorded it, and he took it and wrote it, and it was just fascinating. But this is my mom's friend from church. But anyway. So, she's I don't know how old, she's in her 80s, but she's super with it. Maybe she's even older than that. I don't know, but she doesn't look it. But anyway, she had this piece of German pottery, and it's up on our page now because none of her children wanted it. And so I got to research it. It's probably about 80 years old. And it's hand painted. So I learned a new word, but I don't know how to pronounce it. So it almost looks tie-dye, right? It's like purple and gold, and it's a small candy jar. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And the word what on the bottom was written was handgemelt. Handgemelt. And I'm like, all right, so people had this all listed as handgemelt pattern and blah, blah. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. Like something's not right here. So when I looked it up, it actually means hand painted. I'm guessing in German.
Ah.
Right. So it wasn't actually the pattern, but I did get to learn a new word. And I did get to learn that a lot of people are not classifying their item correctly on online. Yeah. So we were able to identify that, and yeah,
awesome.
go check it out. Go check it out. It's really cool. Probably, maybe I'll post a picture of that along with the check
that would
set
be cool.
on Instagram and Facebook, so everybody can take a peek at it if they want.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Post that baby.
And I figured it was a little bit too much to do in resale therapy, and probably the people that collect those are, spread out all over the world.
I would say so.
Yeah. So I did break up the 13-piece set because I thought if somebody needs a replacement or they're looking for just one, it was a very rare pattern for the canister set. So
that was
broke it up. I hope that is the right decision. I'm sure that's the right decision.
Well, you'll have to let me know if you end up shipping any of the pieces off to Olympia.
I'll include a little note. We know who you are.
I believe I know y'all. I believe I know who you are. Yeah. So she's supposed to be downsizing though. So hopefully they're downsizing. Who knows? We might get more of that Czech stuff to list.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. If they're downsizing, sure.
Yeah.
No, I need them to buy some of the pieces.
No, we'll have other collectors buy. We'll just get more of theirs and let all the collectors start swarming our store.
Oh, true.
Yes. Because we need her to downsize. Trust.
Yeah.
Trust. She needs to downsize. If I lived closer, I would be in there downsizing for her. But she's cross country, so.
Yeah, it's going to be a process, right? We've been through that with so many people. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Downsizing, I think downsizing is.
It's tough, but gosh, it feels good when you do it.
It doesn't it? Doesn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually headed out today. I'm going to go visit Polly and Avery. Good. Yeah, and Avery and I are going to go get some. My new obsession is bubble tea.
Yeah?
Well, it's not that new of an obsession, but we're going to go get some bubble tea and just hang out for a little bit. And
fun.
Yeah.
Good.
I'm excited. Really excited.
All right. Well, I've got a lot of work I got to knock out in the next couple of hours before I head to Charlotte, because I'm actually spending the night in Charlotte, and Poppy and I are leaving from there first thing in the morning. So I need to go get all this work done so that everything's set for you while I'm gone.
Sorry.
And I can start focusing on tripping with our Conshy crew.
All right.
Yeah. And taking Miami.
I'll be starting Monday morning, bright and early, getting everything ready. It takes a while to get stuff ready for resale therapy. So
that's days worth of work.
And I want to be bringing you guys the coolest and showing you guys the coolest stuff. So
all right.
I guess we better get to work. Molly, Pink Floyd, safe travel.
Hold on. Let me get Pink here. Whoa. Here's Pink Floyd.
Safe travels. Do what you do best. Consign.
We got this.
Yeah,
we got this.
All right.
Taken care of.
Bye.
Bye.